Recently, I've been seeing the question asked, how do I get 100% uptime on my build inside of Diablo Immortal? First of all, let me explain what uptime is, and then I'll tell you 4 different ways that you can increase your uptime inside of the game. Now, what is uptime? Let me give you an example. When I'm here in the open world doing some farming and utilizing my skills, uptime is the ability for me to continuously use my skills without them going on cooldown. As you can see from my build right here, I can continuously pop the skills and they just never go on cooldown because I have 100% uptime. This is really nice because it's going to be able to allow you to drop as much damage as possible, as quickly as possible, without having to have any downtime for your skills and for your build that you've worked so hard to put together. So now that we understand what uptime is, let's go back to Westmarch so I can show you guys a bunch of different ways to maximize these stats in your build. This is really important specifically for the open world related items, although it will benefit you in all areas of the game because really at the end of the day, you're able to use your skills more and more often. So we're just gonna run ourselves over to the blacksmith and start some things out there. Now, there are some ways that are very easy to achieve, and there are some of these methods that are a little bit more difficult that take a little bit more time. So let's start out with, let's say, the easiest. There is a gem that you could utilize inside the game that will instantly increase your uptime, and it's an easy to achieve gem, and I believe I have it socketed somewhere in here. Yes, I do. We have it right here. It is the Blessed Pebble. Let's go take a look at this Blessed Pebble gem really quickly. Here we go. As you can see, this beautiful 1-star gem, one that is attainable by everybody, will increase your uptime. I wanted to give you a good close look of it right here, but let's actually dive into the stats of this gem as well. Do I have any in my pack right here? I don't. Looks like we're gonna have to go into the market and check out one of these so that you can see what those stats actually look like. So we're gonna go over to legendary gems, and we're gonna slide on down to the Blessed Pebble, and we're gonna take a look at this thing. Increases your resonance, of course, increases your combat rating, of course, and increases the duration of beneficial effects on you by 4%. Now, as this increases and as you get this higher and higher, you're gonna be able to get more and more percentage of beneficial effect. This means duration of beneficial effect is an effect that you're looking for on as much of your gear as you can get. More on that in just a second, but right here you can notice that increases the duration of beneficial effects by 4% just from slotting this gem. A lot of players, even players that have very high power, are going to utilize this gem so they can have the 100% uptime on their build. So right here, get yourself the Blessed Pebble, unlock it and rank it up to rank 10. Again, it's not very difficult to do even as a free-to-play player. 1-star gems are the easiest method for ranking up as a free-to-play player or as a low spender or as a new player inside of the game, and you can instantly get your beneficial effect duration up using that method. That is the first and the easiest way to get it done, but there are other ways as well. Before we go any further though, guys, if you love Diablo Immortal and if you want to just kind of stay up to date on what's going on inside of the game, builds, guides, and all of that, and just have fun with me, make sure you subscribe to the channel because we got this going on here every single day. All right, so let's talk about our gear, because there are pieces of gear that can also have those same stats. Let's take a look over here at my chest. My chest piece right here, you'll see there are magic attributes. Take a look at my magic attributes. Beneficial effect duration is increased by 4.5%. Now, we can get up to 7 or 7.5% beneficial effect duration on certain pieces of our gear. Look out for those. Those are fantastic. Now, for me, I don't have 7.5% because I already have 100% uptime. There's no need for me to have additional uptime on top of that because I already can use my skills unlimited. Also, on my pants, I also have right here Beneficial effect duration increased by 4.5%. So you're going to want to look for a beneficial duration increase on your primary gear. When you get a new piece of gear, take a look at it and say, does it have the magic attribute? Look, right here, these pants that I'm not wearing, they have beneficial effect duration. But so do the ones that I'm wearing. Also, you're going to look out for combat rating, for all the other magic attributes. There's a lot more things that you're looking for in a piece of gear than just beneficial effect duration. But for the purpose of this video, if you're looking to get that 100% uptime, this right here is the stat that you are going to want. Do that with your primary gear and also look for that in your secondary gear as well. Now, I don't have increased the beneficial duration effect on any of my secondary gear. None of them have a magic attribute to increase my beneficial effect duration. That's unfortunate, but again, as I mentioned before, I don't need any more uptime because I'm already at 100%. But there is something else that you could look for there, and that is skill cooldowns reduced by a certain percent. I have skill cooldowns reduced by 3%. So that will also aid in the uptime, but from the other end of things. Beneficial duration is going to reduce the time it takes for the cooldown, but so is the skill cooldown reduced here as well. So it's going to allow you to also have a less downtime, or we should say more uptime on your skills. So looking for skill cooldowns on any of your gear is also a really nice way, easy way to increase your uptime with all of your skills. All right, so we also have runes. You can get a rune for your head and for your shoulders that are going to increase your beneficial effect duration. I'm not wearing any of them. As you can see, the rune that I'm wearing right now is only going to, well, it's not going to help me there. Let's check out my shoulder rune. Will that help me? No, I don't. Oh, yes, I do actually. Check it out. The rune right here is increasing the beneficial effect duration by 4.5%. That's my TYR rune. All right, so you could do it with a gem, you can do it with a rune, you could do it with your gear. So that's already 3 different ways that you can increase the beneficial effect duration of your gear. And again, you're gonna wanna do all of these combined so that you can really get closer and closer to what you're looking for. But there's one other way, and it's a way that you have a little bit more control of. And it requires you to come on over to the blacksmith. Let's go to services, and we're gonna go to Reforge. You can reforge a piece of gear. Look at these bonus attributes. Now, let's go in a little bit more depth here. When you start to level up your gear, you will unlock more and more bonus attributes. As you can see right now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bonus attributes. You unlock your 5th bonus attribute once you get your piece of gear to level 26, as you see right here, my lowest piece of gear. You don't need to get to level 30 to get that. When you get these bonus attributes, you could actually change them if you want to. These bonus attributes are going to come at random, and you could utilize Reforge stones to change what they actually are going to be. So let's take a look here. I have primary attack is increased, all skill damage is increased, crit hit damage is increased, damage taken from other players is reduced, and beneficial effect duration is increased by 2.5%. And then I get a wildfire set because I have 3 pieces from wildfire, so I'm getting a set bonus as well, which is actually a spitting hydra. Now, I like all of the different bonus attributes that I have here. I've utilized Reforged Stones to get these where I want them to be, so I have the skills or the bonus attributes that I want. But we're focusing here on the beneficial effect duration. If you want to do this, all you do is you go to Reforge, you have your Reforged Stones, you would click on the one that you want to change right here, and you would click on Reforge. We'll do it one time here just for example. You click Reforge, and it's going to give you another option. Do I want to choose the new attribute or keep the original? I'm going to keep the original attribute, but assuming that you didn't have beneficial duration effects increased by 2.5%. If you did not have that, you would be reforging one of the attributes that you didn't care for, trying to unlock beneficial effect duration increased. This is the fourth way that you can increase your beneficial effect duration and that you can increase your uptime inside of Diablo Immortal. Because at the end of the day, it's really nice to be able to run around with 100% uptime, never having your skills have to go down, and always being able to drop damage on enemies at all times. That is the goal for all of your builds. I don't care if you're a Necromancer, a Blood Knight, a Tempest, a Barbarian, or what. It's nice to have the ability to use your skills 100% of the time. Guys, figured I'd come at you with a little bit more of a beginner guide today. Hope that you enjoyed it if you're a new player. I play on the Iceburn tier server. If you guys want to join me inside of the Scrappy Echoes, subscribe if you enjoyed. And as always, you could check out all of my content in blog form. If you're into written stuff or content, check it out at echogaming.io.